Carter's got red on him. It did make it, so obvious. I mean, standing here like this or like this for about an hour listening to everything, you might as well, in a bright turquoise dress. There was no subtlety. There was absolutely no subtlety. So, I forgot about this guy.
Hi, Miss Bowl. I'm Ernie Lee.
Let's get a, nope. F5, panic, control L5. Let's put a pause in. Brain. Lots of conversations. Lots of people involved with everybody else. Lots of people involved with everybody else. Go find dead body. And now the police detective has finally decided he might want to interview some people. He might be interested in this. He wasn't interested in the theft of the dagger. Nah, doesn't care about the theft of a dagger. To him, it's a hoity-toity, upper aristocracy problem. It's a rich people issue. Yeah, fair enough. He's concerned about lower level problems. But now somebody's dead. Now he's concerned about it. So he's done a lineup. He's had a mild conversation with everybody, and now they've wandered off. There was a small conversation where it was a case of, what are you going to do about it? And you go, well, I'm going to have a look into it. Might as well. But what are you going to do? You're a woman. You're a woman in the 20s. Right. And that brings us to 10 o'clock. Hey.
No, you can't see me today.
No, cat block's out.
I'll go and see you now.
Bye.
Hi, Miss Bowl. I'm Ernie Leach. Dr. Carrington told me you could stay a while and talk to the staff. I've got to lock the doors, so just come and find me when you're ready to leave. Dr. C also has a key, but you don't want to bother him about that.
Thank you, Mr. Leach.
Dr. C has a
Be careful
key.
where you go. Wolf will get upset if he finds you downstairs.
Wolf will get upset if he finds you downstairs. And why am I hearing 2 copies of the audio?
Did you manage to learn anything? Use Detective O'Reilly?
Don't bother your little head about it, lass.
It's my job, sir.
This is an official murder investigation, Miss Bow. Do not be interfering.
Oh, I don't mean to interfere. I just want to know what's going on. Any leads so far?
Dr. Carter died as a result of
here.
someone sticking a gift shop dagger in his chest.
I think.
What more do you need to know?
Well, for one thing, who did it?
No.
Someone who didn't like him. That's my guess.
Brilliant deduction.
Got it.
If you think that you can do better.
I can try.
Oh, wunderbar. Now we've got the amateurs involved.
I may not be a detective, but I'm terribly clever. I've solved murders before.
Just stay out of me way, lass, and don't destroy the evidence.
There we go.
Certainly not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right. I said we'd still have chaos at the beginning of the game. And we're in. So. First dead body. What the hell's happened to the stolen art counter in the bottom left? That's gone completely kaput. You come over here. Right. And that does remind me, I need to open the file. Video streaming. And this would be the bullshit death counter, not just the death counter. Bullshit Sierra Def count 1. Stolen artifacts British Museum count references 7. So, things to note for timings. Carrington and Yvette have a meeting in the office at 3 a.m. for a personal tour of the gallery. I did not. I've been off Twitter since December and just lived in Mastodon land. But that makes me happy. Come and get it. Carter has a joke flower. Why? Carter dead. Knifey in chest. Carter has a joke flower. Why does he have a joke flower? Grape juice on the lapel. The policeman chews on grapes to cover the smell of alcohol. And there's a notepad with imprint. We have a notepad, folks. A wooga. Behold, a notepad.
A notepad made of good quality paper. There's an imprint on the paper from the previous message written on the pad, but it's too faint to read.
Anybody over the age of... Anybody that's not an apprentice contestant knows how to solve this one, I'm guessing.
This door is locked.
Okay, the door's locked.
It's the doorway.
Fine. Let's go for a meander. So we need a pencil, a crayon, something to perform a rubbing with.
Don't touch it. Don't.
It's going to take me a sec to get used to moving again in this. Okay. What's that?
Although you're... This is a mastodon, one of the early mammals. Technically, the mastodon is not a dinosaur at all, but since they date back to prehistory, they're included in the exhibit.
I should probably take a picture of
this particular example of the order Proboscidea is the Mammoth americanus.
It's my guilty pleasure.
American mastodon. The chief feature which distinguishes this shaggy beast from the elephant and the woolly mammoth are its molar teeth.
So why did they want to tell me about the teeth? Let me go grab a picture of the mastodon, because there's always a good joke in a mastodon reference. There we go. I can't watch The Apprentice anymore. It's so cringy, and I'd be shouting at how useless they are. Yes, they are cringy. They are useless. I'd say I don't know why I watch it. It's a level of Schadenfreude. They get better as a series goes on, to an extent. It falls into set patterns. They've turned it into very much a formula. It's closer to... Hello?
Heard any good rumors lately?
Maybe, or maybe not. What's it worth to you?
Well, I don't have any money right now.
Then I ain't got no rumors for you, Toots.
Yeah, but where you going? I mean, let's be honest. You're definitely a follower. Oh. There's a blinky fling over... there's too much going on. Okay.
A typical light-hearted painting by anonymous Bosch called A Heartwarming Story, depicting dead humans being tormented by skeletons and demons in hell.
Yeah, I can see it. And it's a Sierra game, so if it twinkles...
The glint doesn't glint when you hold your finger on it.
The glint doesn't glint when you hold your finger on it.
The oil paint on the canvas is old and cracked, but you can still see the characteristic brush strokes of anonymous Bosch, who painted with human bones instead of brushes.
Oh, nice. But there's a glinty thing.
The oil paint on the canvas is old. The oil paint... A typical light. A typic.
Why is the glinty thing glinty?
Feels like a painting by. The glint doesn't glint when you hold your finger on it.
The glint doesn't glint when you hold your finger on it.
You hear no.
Okay, but
Good
it's
evening,
glinty.
Dr. Carrington.
Good evening, Miss Bow. Good evening.
Okay, why were you talking to Ziggy?
Miss Bow, I find it vaguely offensive that you would even think that I know anyone named Ziggy.
You were just talking to him. You were just talking to him. Okay, anybody else think that it's worth going back and replaying that whole Ziggy episode? See where he goes? I think it's worth trying to work out where Ziggy got to. Okay. Right. It's 10 o'clock. So yeah, yeah, guilty thing with the apprentice. And the candidates seem to be getting worse every year as well. That's the other side of it. Now, I don't know if that's actually true or if it just feels like they're getting worse every year.
Hi, Miss Bow. I'm
Ernie Leach.
Dr. Carrington told me you could stay a while and talk to the staff.
Thank you.
Just be careful where you go.
Okay.
Did you manage to learn?
Don't bother.
It's my.
This is an official.
Oh,
Doctor,
well, for
someone,
really,
if you
Oh,
I made
just stay.
certain.
Your silly little head. Okay. Let's go and hunt north. Because Ziggy was sure as hell up to something. Oh, everybody's up to something. Or a character just moving around. So Carrington just walked off. Glint is glinting. Where's she going? She's gone south. We know the glinty thing is McGlinty.
Well-timed silence.
I don't like the fact I can't do anything with the glinty thing. It's so annoying. Oh.
You hear muffled voices coming through the door to Yvette's office.
I mean, I can't listen if you're there. Oh my god, there's too many people.
Good evening, Countess.
Good evening, Miss Bow.
Dear Countess, sod off. Is this too obvious?
Thank you for coming to see me, Olympia.
Ah.
This is very nice of you.
You're very welcome, my dear. What can I do for you?
Oh, you see, I found this strange bone, and I said to myself, Yvette, if anyone can tell you what this is, it would be Olympia.
Timing is the key
A
with
bone,
glinting.
you say?
Okay.
How fascinating. Where did you find it?
I found it right here in the museum. Here it is, Doctor.
Now, let me see. Ha ha! If that you silly girl. This is a chicken bone.
It is?
Yes, of course. Why, it is still greasy. You got this at dinner, didn't you?
Oh, you have caught me, Olympia. I was playing the little joke on you.
You are a funny girl, Yvette. But I am quite fond of you.
Yvette's quite fond of everybody.
Olympia, we are the good friends, no? I have the problem I wish to talk to you about.
Oh, certainly. What is it?
Okay.
Come closer so I can whisper it to you. It is very personal, and I want no one to overhear.
Oh, my. Oh, my. Oh, my.
Well. Do you reckon the door's locked?
This door is locked.
This door is locked. Okay, so timing is the key with glinting. That's fine. We're generally not up to spoilers.
The glint doesn't... The glint... A typical... One of the skeletons in the Bosch painting appears to be holding an object that glints in the light.
Yeah. Gathered that.
The glint. The oil paint on the can. The oil paint. The oil.
There we go. It's being in the right spot.
Inspecting the painting carefully, you note the bloody quality of the red pigment and recall that Bosch was known for the use of human blood in his paintings.
This seems fair. I mean, everybody likes using, you know, authentic materials.
The skeleton...
Yeah.
The skeleton key is firmly affixed to the Bosch painting with glue. You are unable to pry it off with your fingers, managing only to chip...
Oops, sorry, that was my fault. One of your fingernails. Chip one of your fingernails. So we need something that will help us to pry off the skeleton key. Okay.
You feel a blush creeping over your face as you look at the perfect body of Rodin's famous thinker.
I mean...
What perfect burnishing. You can't imagine how long it must take to create a thing of such beauty.
Laura, you've got a magnifying...
Looking a little closer, you detect a seam along the sculpture's otherwise flawless neck.
Well, hot diggity.
You feel a blush.
Yeah, no.
The sculpture has a beautiful... Yes, there is definitely a seam in the statue's neck. It seems to go most of the way around. There's a tiny hinge on the back of the neck.
I wonder if she still has any fingernails left after 10 attempts to pry off the key. Haven't tried. Yeah. Well, I mean, something's clearly open. Okay, fine.
Oh dear, the light bulb blew out. You hope someone will invent a reliable light bulb one of these days. It's a burnt-out light bulb. too bad, since this stairwell could definitely use some light.
I smell death. I smell... I smell...
Ouch!
Is it hot?
Ouch!
I'm guessing it's hot. Nice swan dive off the stairway. We have death, folks. Our bullshit Sierra death count has finally made it up to 2.
Don't touch it.
Is it possible to go down there? No, no, no! I'm not counting that one. Okay.
It's definitely a light bulb firmly screwed into a light socket.
Fine. So what happens if you prod that? What changed? Something changed. Aha! Got it. Understood. Ooh, there's more. An office. I mean, that was not that helpful.
The snake oil certainly smells bad.
Snake oil. Are we somewhere we shouldn't be?
Good evening, Miss Bo.
Is it Olympia's office?
You startled me.
Good. It gets the blood flowing, doesn't it?
She's great.
Well, I suppose so.
I see we're looking at my snake oil.
Uh-huh.
Well, I was just looking around.
I'm sure you meant no harm.
What's the snake oil for, anyway?
It repels snakes, of course.
It repels
Comes
snakes.
in handy when I'm working in the basement. I lost a load of Egyptian cobras down there a few weeks ago, and I
Of
occasionally
course
come
snake
across
oil
one of those
repels
little
snakes.
darlings. Those snakes always want to bite me, but I'm sure they don't mean anything by it. It's just their way. They get nervous very easily, you know. Normally, I love to watch them kill things. My Barney will kill anything he can sink his teeth into.
Charming.
Well, I'd like to chat some more, but I've got to rush off and meet that young Steve fellow. He promised to show me his scars. See you later.
Our Steve is off to see her. Our Steve. What's that? Intercom?
A magnified intercom slave unit. Feels like
A slave unit, not a master, a slave. Okay. Oh, of course there's freaking secret doors everywhere. In the darkness of the secret passage, you're blind as a bat. Why is it not reading this? You have a brave but brief battle, during which you endure the battering of the berserk umbilicus black bats without batting an eye. Then your body, bothered by bloody bite, becomes bereft of life. Fair. Restore. Okay, don't do that. Don't go into the darkness, don't go into the darkness, and definitely don't go into the darkness. That's the intercom, don't do that. That's the snake oil.
The snake oil certainly smells bad. The bottle says, Dr. Moribund's guaranteed snake oil.
Fair. Attempting to pick it up. Bullshit, yeah. Thank you!
Good evening, Miss Bow.
Oh, you startled me.
Okay.
Good.
She does her
I see.
talk about snake oil and going to meet our bit on the side.
Well, I'd like to...
We should probably follow that and stab somebody. But let's stick in here for a bit. Okay. To manual. Let me log into my GOG account. Hey, would this be the traditional Sierra copy protection because it's in the manual moment? Have we got too good at this? Save. Open. Because, to be fair, we didn't read the manual this time, and we usually do. Oh, come on, GOG. Really? I've got a window. I have got a window capture. So, I would like to point out the high quality of GOG's online manuals has now gone to scanned PDFs that look like this. For fuck's sake, that's awful. That's just about legible. I wouldn't call that high quality. When you cross the threshold of the Leyendecker Museum, you leave the hustle and bustle of New York City behind as you make a giant leap back in time. Bloody hell. Blueprints for the basement. We'll keep that handy. Some hieroglyphs around a door frame. Oh. Hello. Yeah, Dagger. Dagger. The Dagger of Amon Ra now rests in a glass case in the Ancient Egypt exhibit of the Leyendecker Museum. No, it doesn't. Welcome to Ancient Egypt. Rosetta Stone. Come on. Ooh. Over the window in the exhibit room, you will see a symbol carved in limestone. This is Utaki, a winged solar disk with two Urai, the goddess Nekebet, on the right, and Buto on the left. The disk was made when Horus wished to protect himself from the evil god Set. I'm going to have to read the manual at some point. Amon Ra, Osiris. Okay, so lots of gods. Life masks. Battle of the Nudes by Michelangelo, 1490. The Fine Art of Preparation and Preservation by Olympia Mykos. Dinosaurs. There was a reference to... Okay, so that's our entire manual. What they haven't done with this one, and that's good at least, is there is no massive key in the middle. It does talk about Rosetta Stone. The Rosetta Stone is the key to modern translations of ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs to English text. It is a small fragment. The entire text has been translated from identical copy on the stele of Canopus. Although it is certain that the hieroglyphic alphabet could never have been deciphered from the Rosetta Stone without the aid of the Greek and hieroglyphic inscriptions on obelisk at Philae, the Rosetta Stone is still a wonderful document that has generated tremendous interest. Yeah, but...
A number of hieroglyphics are carefully drawn on the blackboard.
What's the likelihood that these hieroglyphics are going to be... Whoa! This has 2 pages. Okay.
There must be at least 40 varieties of cockroach in the display.
So we're going to need a key.
It looks genuine. Why, it's even made out of sheepskin. It certainly looks genuine. The Society's seal is a little golden cockroach. Fortunately, the jar is tightly sealed.
Okay, jars. Oh look, a snake!
You decide that's probably not such a good idea.
I mean, I'm only looking, right?
Not a good idea. Not a good idea.
I want to pet the snake! Why can't I pet the snake? Can I question the snake?
You get no response.
Can I question about specific things?
It is better to know some...
Fair enough.
It's Barney, Olympia's pet cobra.
The cobra has a name and the name is Barney. Okay. Oh! Sorry! Crap! Thank you! Thanks for the catch. So, we have 2 pages of hieroglyphs, which is more than I was expecting. Objects in the room that aren't which cup? What's under there?
Don't touch it.
Don't touch it, you don't know where it's been. Oh!
It's half?
It's half of the Rosetta Stone. Wow, that's... Yeah, okay. Ugh. Paper. We are firmly on paper today. Half of the Rosetta Stone. Okay. So a squiggly line is N. A small hangman's noose is O. Well, we can tell our processor to do nothing. A block of operations is P, NOP. Half of a sine graph is that an O or a Q? Well, that must be O, so that must be Q. Aliens is R. Half a bent paperclip is S. Rising sun is T. Tiny blackbird, which is going to look like any other tiny blackbird I draw in a Sierra game, is U. Snake is V. Debian is W. Whoops, is a broken pencil, is X. A comment is Y. And a resistor is Z. Or is that a diode? I just drew it as a freaking resistor. Is Z. Right. Well, okay. That's a chunk of a Rosetta. If we go back to our board and we play a game of Snippy Snippy Snip Snip, no. And we grab that. That was page 1. This is page 2. Okay. Cool. Then we can grab that, we can throw it into everybody's favourite high fidelity application. Is that the first one? This is the first one. We can switch our window capture over to MS Paint. Behold. And now we can translate what we've got. So, if we overwrite in, we haven't got feather, but we do have, so P. We also have bird, which is U. We do have that, which is Y. We have Debian. Is that the right way for Debian? Yeah. Which is W. That's an O. We don't have owl. Let's make this bigger. Oh, it's the wrong birdie. Sun is T. That's an O again. That's a T. That's W. That's a Y. We haven't got lying down cat. That's an O. That's an O. Don't have hand. That's an S. That's an O. Wrong kind of snake. That's a T. That's an R. I had no idea where and when I'd see that. That's a Y. That's an R. That's an S. T. O. Hook over is S, T. This is the high octane action you came for. N, T, W, W, that. This doesn't make much sense, does it? Is. The little thing is an I, isn't it? This is an I. Well, that'd make a lot of eyes. Just check that bird again, because it's driving me nuts.
Its hat.
Yeah.
Its.
Upright bird. You. Oh, I can actually,
Its hat.
These little dinky ones. Little rinky-dink birds are U's. Okay. So back to here again. And nothing for you. S, T, W. Wow, nothing for that one at all. O, R, N, T, T, W, and two of the same, or is it one vowel? Ooh. Right, well we know what that is. That's a U. N. R. W. O. R. Lion, lion, hand, hand. Don't have foot. Nor have we seen horizontal squiggle, which might come in later. Okay. W, O, lion, hand. S, W, U. SWU. Ha! I'm pretty sure that's the right symbol.
Its hand.
Okay. Not Rot 13. Which is the first fort. This is the first message, and the second one is the second message. Or what looks like the second message. Let's finish. T W. So yeah, it doesn't make sense at this point, does it? O T W, which would usually make me think there's a letter shift. R T N. Didn't have a bell. T W O and S. So okay, if it's not that one, just for sanity's sake, grab the other one. And do the same trick. So change window capture from one MS Paint to the other MS Paint. Hey folks, we've got two MS Paints. But they're both called the same thing. So it can't find it. Can you find it now? Oh, great. Yay, tech. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. So, same trick again. I will stop if this doesn't go anywhere, he says. Back into red. So squiggly line is N. S something 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 something. N foot. Snake. R O owl. N space space R. N no. Didn't get leg, but we did get do we have cup? I didn't think we had cup. That looks more promising. T W. TW just doesn't make sense. We've had a couple of TWs. That's why. O U N S N hand T R T N no T W, sorry, not N. Crap, W. That's an N. That's a W. I mean, I might want it to be, but it clearly isn't. T T owl N O T not. Hey, look, we've got a word. Not. Burnt. Burnt. I mean, it's so clear. A lot of knots. You know, once it's had a P. SW? Why do I think I'm going to get another symbol and it's not this one? But I would expect to see W's. When, where, while. TH. I expect to see W at the beginning of words. Okay. Let's turn you off for a minute.
It's
Yeah, it's half of the famed fucking Rosetta Stone. That definitely says W, right?
That's...
Not losing it. Is that an N or an R? That's the N, that's the R. Yeah, we're definitely clear on that. That's an S. That couldn't be any clearer to be a T. I'm pretty sure we're right with that. Okay. All of the knots feel pretty comfortable as well. Missed a Y there. Okay, P. R O S T Rost. R O, yeah. S T R T. Just when you think you've got something, it throws a bit of a loop. T O. Okay. Behold, a mess. This one... Is that a boot? Burnt? Would B fit in elsewhere? Where's my boot? Usually go for vowels first. Let's take a save on that. In near NIIR. Yeah, it doesn't work, does it? Unless double is a separate letter. Single is one, double is a different letter. Huh. Does that work? Yeah, because you wouldn't have four vowels next to each other, but you might have the double A or a double E. We already have an O. A, E, I, O, U. We already got O. O is out. We already have U. U is out. We don't have an A. A, E, or an I. could be A or it could be... My money's on I. Singles are an I. That doesn't... Don't think too much yet. Oh, single double. Yeah, that looks like a different glyph. Okay. Can we do A or E? Two-letter. Are we trying to make this harder than we want? And if we assume that's an A, then that's a lot of A's. It's alright. I am well down the rabbit hole, this rabbit hole of... I don't like that. No. Near. No. Yes. Should be, shouldn't it? But that gets you ner. Ner? Were. Translation error again. But were is not a word. And REYW. Okay. Revisit? Revisit. We have them open. We have half a Rosetta Stone. Something's clearly going on. We have more to explore, and we've been here for an awfully long time. We know that if we go through this door, we get death. We know that that death comes from tickling that. What's that?
That's not... The cage is meant to hold Barney.
Oh! What the hell? I appear to have locked up the game. Boo. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, back to the darkness. Touching you. I blame Thingy for that. Oh, who put the video out with all the darkness references recently? It was good. Okay, let's pick up the snake oil. So does the game crash every time if we try and touch that particular spot in the cage?
Good evening. I don't job. Well,
That
Don't
spot.
touch it. Don't.
Oh.
Don't touch the stuffed rat. You'll make him nervous.
Fair.
You do that. It's. Don't.
Okay.
Don't touch. Don't.
Right, that's fine. We open this. Awesome. Did we get the covering? We did not get the covering. We're also in an office, and
Don't touch. Don't.
offices come with desks and things. Can I look at the Rosetta Stone? Thank you. So we know we've looked at the Rosetta Stone. We know that leads to death. Everybody's wandering around. What the hell? That should already still be open. Why is that closed? That's circular. Oh, office is open. This is your vet's office. Can't save in a vet's office.
You don't need to type anything.
Bulb. Bulb. Need some fabric.
Better not touch it. It's sharp and dangerous.
I mean, you can just see what's
Better not.
coming
better
there,
not-
can't you?
Better not. The paper cutter blade looks well maintained and sharp enough to cut through almost anything.
Uh-huh.
The wood file. Don't even. The wood file drawer is locked. Yvette is the only person who can open it.
Okay. So we've got a paper cutter that can cut through anything.
The surface of the desk is very.
That's
the
nice, but there are drawers.
It feels like a wood chair.
Don't care about
feel-
care.
You don't need to type anything. Don't touch.
Fine.
The marvelous thrusting brushwork demonstrates the artist's close association with the subject, in which she obviously finds deep meaning and significance.
Thrusting. Thin. Score! More paper.
You pick it up and place it in your purse.
Okay.
It's used carbon paper.
Can I combine the...
While this is an interesting...
Can I look at the carbon
It's
paper?
used...
Can I taste the carbon paper?
The carbon...
The carbon paper crinkles when you touch it.
feels like... There are words typed on the carbon paper, but you can't read them this way.
Okay. We have impressions in the notebook.
Watercolor painting, Perverse Pleasures by Yvette Delacroix, 1926. Watercolor painting, Predators Stalking Prey by Yvette Delacroix, 1925.
I'm getting a real sense of her
Watercolor
psyche.
painting Purple Pollywogs Playing in Puddles by Yvette Delacroix, 1924.
1924, 26,
Watercolor.
25.
It's a diploma with Yvette Delacroix's name on it. An advanced degree in French from Ball State University, to be exact. Nice needlepoint stitchery, with some dust stuck to it.
Yes, but what is it?
There's a homey old Norwegian phrase stitched into this needlepoint. An axe in the hand is worth two in the bush. Words to live by.
An axe in the hand is worth two in the bush. Okay. Oh shit.
You hear muffled voices coming through the door to Yvette's office.
More muffled noises.
Come a little closer, Monsieur Nazir.
For
I am
fuck's sake.
wanting to show you something.
And what would that be, Miss Delacroix?
Look at the palm of my hand.
It is a lovely palm, to be sure. But what am I supposed to see?
You see this line, Monsieur? It is my love line.
My goodness, Miss Delacroix. It goes all the way up your arm and disappears up your sleeve.
Sorry.
Would you like to see where it ends up, Ramses?
Well,
That's
Have
a
you
new
ever
one on
been to
me.
Paris, Ramses?
no, I can't say I ever have.
Then you have never seen the Eiffel Tower?
No.
Well, by all means, let me show you.
Miss Delacroix, please. I'm a married man. Oh, dear.
Have you forgotten who let you into the museum, Ramses?
Oh.
Have you forgotten who showed you the secret room for your little ceremonies? You haven't, have you?
No, I haven't, but...
Then you will let me give you the grand tour of the tower, no?
We'll have to go somewhere else. I don't feel safe here.
Lead the way, monsieur.
For your little ceremonies. Okay.
The tribal death mask of the Hottentots. The mask of El Bupentot, the
Bupentot.
Hottentot god of war.
Okay.
Hottentot warriors would invoke their god of war with the battle cry, "Boop boop-a-doop." This battle cry reputedly struck fear into the hearts of their enemies, who were usually the Poppentots who lived across the river.
Why don't I believe them?
The war mask of the Poppentot tribe. The Poppentots would strike fear into the hearts of their enemies, the Hottentots, by wearing these masks into battle and screaming their battle cry, "Pop goes the weasel!" which translates roughly as, "Go back to your own side of the river, you Hottentot wimps." The Hottentots hated the Poppentots primarily because the Poppentots kept stealing all the Hottentot women. Actually, the Hottentot women kept defecting to the Poppentot tribe because they had better food, better villages, and men who bathed regularly.
That seems fair.
You might say that the Poppentots were the first yuppies.
Wow.
The tribal death mask. The mask of El Wuppentot, the god who scares Hottentot children. Hottentot elders told stories of how El Wuppentot would jump down from the roofs of Hottentot mud huts to steal the noses off children who didn't behave properly. Anthropologists attribute the El Wuppentot stories to tribal myth, but the ancient records reveal that many Hottentots lived their adult lives without noses. There's a moral here somewhere.
Amazing. Actually amazing. Okay. A telephone.
It's the only telephone in the museum.
The only telephone in the museum.
It's the... As with so many other things in this museum, this phone is dead.
Could you chew it much harder?
As...
Fantastic.
It appears that someone has cut the telephone cord, removing any chance you might have
Okay.
had of communication with the outside world.
Wow. So, British and South African is term historically used to refer to the Khoikhoi, indigenous nomadic pastoralists of South Africa and Cape Coloured. Right. Now classed as a racist term. Fair.
It appears that
Is that something underneath?
it appears
Phone list.
that, using your remarkable powers of deduction, you conclude that this little book contains phone numbers.
Pop and tot.
The handwriting is neat and dark. Phone numbers: T. Dargan, WP 5125. R. Williams, BL 4468. I did it, SH 0244. Be safe, KL 0527. U. Hoser, LI 2077. N. Yet, KL 4004. E. Leach, BR 1833.
You'll find R. Williams out in the hot tub. And this would be the master.
The 6-button intercom allows the president to talk and listen to people in other offices. You touch the intercom unit, completely missing the button. You touch the intercom unit,
There's buttons there.
you touch the 6-button.
There's more than 6 buttons.
You touch the intercom unit. You touch.
How am I supposed to hit the buttons? Ah. Tis a bit.
The intercom crackles and you overhear a conversation.
Perfect.
Oh, I so love your scars, Wolfie. Show them to me again, darling.
They are yours to admire, my strudel.
Of course, Olympia and...
Bah, very, very nice.
Yeah, and I have this new bone for your collection.
Ah, such a large bone, too. Where did you find it?
I've been carrying this bone around for years. It is yours now, my Fräulein. You may do with it what you
Cat! I need you in
I'm
here.
impressed by your generosity, Wolfie.
I need to high-five something for that bone gag.
You touch the intercom.
That was beautiful.
You touch.
Wow, you...
The intercom crackles and you overhear a conversation.
Oh, my lover, how do you manage to do it so many times?
Sure, and a man's got to do what a man's got to do.
Fuck's sake.
And you do it so well.
Try and keep your voice down, lass. Someone might hear us.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I do not care, my amour. Life, she is something we only enjoy once.
Sure, and begorra, I do this at least 50 times a day to stay in shape.
50 times, ooh la la. And what do you call this movement?
Sit-ups, lass. I also do 50 push-ups each day, then I run a few miles.
Uh-huh.
The intercom crackles and you overhear a conversation.
I'm telling you, pal, you're not supposed to be down here.
Nothing poisonal, Mac.
Ah!
But Archie said I could scope the place out.
Well, he didn't say anything to me about it. Neither did Mr. Heimlich. And he's the chief of security.
It's okay, Mac. Don't get used britches in an uproar. Trust me.
I'd only trust you about as far as I can throw you.
Hey now, there ain't no need for fiscal violence, Mac.
Fiscal violence.
I'll give you 10 seconds. If you aren't out of my sight by then, I'm gonna hurt you real bad.
You're touchy, ain't ya? But I was done down here anyways.
So what was
See you
Ziggy doing in the
around,
basement?
Mac.
Not if I can help it.
When you press the button, all you hear is static. When you press... You touch the...
Okay.
You touch... You touch... You touch the... You touch...
Completely dead?
You hear only... You touch the... You touch the... You hear only...
Yeah.
When you press the button,
Fair enough. Okay.
you'll have... The note is written in a man's handwriting,
Whew.
probably belonging to Dr. Carrington.
Well, can we read it?
Countess and Ziggy at 1 a.m. Medieval armor display.
Okay. Countess and Ziggy 1 a.m. Medieval armor display.
Yes, it's definitely a desk clock. It says made in Switzerland in the fine print on the clock face, which you can barely read due to the glare on the glass.
Yeah.
Don't touch it. A handsome desk clock. Don't touch.
Something about the desk clock. Made in Switzerland. And our
The
beautiful...
stiff quills look especially sharp under magnification. It's President Carrington's stuffed porcupine,
Spiny Norman. We'll get a closer look at him later.
First editions of classic literature. Look. 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 Don't touch. Don't touch. That's not the... It's a magnified copy of Crime and Punishment.
That was a guess.
You pick it up and place it in your purse.
What did I just get?
You read a police report on the criminal career of one Watney Little, conman extraordinaire.
Watney Little.
The file contains an amazing list of offences, mostly fraud, conspiracy to commit fraud, and various degrees of larceny.
Okay.
Glancing at the top of the page, you noticed that the investigations were conducted by Scotland Yard. You also noticed that the last entry describes Little's recent escape from Dartmoor prison. Clipped to the outside of the folder is a small handwritten note that reads simply, "Remember our deal."
Oh.
Apparently this file was provided in exchange for somebody's silence or service.
Okay, so we know... Police file found in Carrington's office.
Don't... Numerous hefty tomes on the topic of medieval armor. Don't touch... The collected works of Knut Hamsun, Norwegian novelist. His masterpiece, Growth of the Soil, won him the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1920.
Nice.
Numerous hefty tomes,
Medieval
the complete
armor.
text of the Code of Hammurabi, the fullest extant collection of Babylonian laws. Look. Don't. Upon close inspection, it might be a trick of the light, but one side of the painting seems closer to the wall than the other.
Of course there's a safe.
Don't touch.
Don't touch it, it's a dial. That we haven't got a combo for yet. Okay.
Don't touch. Don't.
10:15.
Upon close. Upon. Looks. Look. Upon close charcoal.
Yes!
You pick it up and place it in your purse.
Charcoal! Can we do a rubbing now? Finally!
Rubbing the charcoal over the notepad has made the imprint readable. Yvette 8 o'clock Egyptian rum. Tut 10:15 Egyptian rum. Carrington 11 o'clock his office.
Yeah. Now, can we remember where we got this piece of paper from? Pippin's notepad. That'd be great, but we can't save in here. For whatever reason. Let's go and play. I want that one. Whee!
You hear muffled voices coming through the door to Yvette's office.
Yvette's just got another... We care more right now about getting to the Egyptian room. If I can remember how to get to the Egyptian room. Crap. I got lost. Well, that's why we save. Because that takes us out. It's this way, isn't it? It's down. It's to the right. It's to the right. Up! Well, we have a death. Okay. Death number 2. Who's this?
The corpse is wearing a black tuxedo jacket. At the moment, it's a poor fit, especially around the neck.
I'm gonna guess. Is that just shading?
Looks.
Looks can be deceiving, yeah.
That's not the sort...
I don't know.
Though it hardly seems appropriate, you marvel at the intricacy of the construction. The pterodactyl has been covered with authentic animal hide of some sort, stretched over a rigid framework. There's nothing suspicious about it, however.
Apart from it, you know, being embedded in him.
You search the left arm for clues, but come up empty-handed.
Ha!
You find a large grease stain on the right sleeve. You give it a quick whiff and identify the scent of turkey hors d'oeuvres. The blood has begun to clot,
Turkey.
darkening and thickening. It's difficult to judge whether or not this blood is primarily from the neck wound
It does get
or the
difficult.
point where the pterodactyl's beak impaled the body. Or both.
There's so much chewing. It's so good. The audio work on this is genuinely exquisite.
That's not... The neck wound reveals
Okay.
many sharp cuts of various lengths, as well as some tearing of the flesh. Either this decapitation was accomplished with an instrument not intended for this purpose, or the victim was still alive and struggling at the time. Your careful observation reveals that this is a rented tuxedo bearing the marks of repeated alterations. There is a stain above one pocket. A whiff reveals the strong, fresh scent of champagne. You search the pockets and find nothing but the usual lint. You decline to take the jacket with you since it apparently contains no clues and is skewered to the floor anyway.
Fair enough. Pocket smells of champagne.
The pants are damp and you're getting much too personal, Laura.
Everybody's personal in this game. Everybody is personal.
Close inspection reveals that these rented tuxedo pants have been altered many times. There's a small mustard stain on one leg. Your careful observation reveals that this is a rented tuxedo bearing the marks of repeated alterations. There is a stain above one pocket, a whiff.
Okay.
Your careful observation...
We haven't picked up a lot
The
from
left
this.
arm and hand are splayed out to the side. The right hand of this The right hand and arm bend easily. Rigor mortis. The right hand and arm bend easily. You search the pockets and... You poke gingerly at the beheaded neck for any sign of tooth. You move the arm and it... You search the pockets and find...
Just checking before we move on.
You search the pants are down. The pants. You search. You prod gently at the wound, looking for any clue at all. Upon close inspection, you find the flesh around the beak contused and purplish, which is normal for this sort of wound. A few tuxedo threads are stuck in the wound.
Yeah, nothing
You
in the
find a
hands.
large grease stain on the right sleeve. You're careful. You search the left. You're close. Though it hardly seems. You carefully examine the dangling end of the wire. It's a clean cut, indicating that somebody deliberately sliced through the cable from the catwalks high above. You give the wire a pull, but it's firmly rooted to the pterodactyl's skeleton. You pull the thin wire. The pterodactyl is cold and lifeless.
Okay. Did that just jump an hour to 11:15?
I'm not in the mood to indulge in idle chit-chat, Miss Bow.
Also, who is it?
The corpse is...
Hate to be rude, but we haven't actually identified who it is.
The corpse is...
We had a number of people wearing black tuxedo jackets. The head is missing.
That's not... The blood has become... Or both. The corpse is wearing... Look. The corpse is wearing a black tuxedo jacket. The man's neck has been roughly cut.
Man's neck has been roughly cut.
How ironic. After untold millions of years, this pterodactyl has claimed a new victim. A male specimen of Homo sapiens,
And it's
which has
definitely
been
playing
pinned
the
to the
pronoun
floor
game.
by the pterodactyl's monstrous beak. You examine the pants currently being worn by the lifeless body on the floor. They're tuxedo pants with a thin stripe of satin up the side of each leg. The pants are stained with the usual fluids that seep out during death, which explains the smell, but you find nothing unusual.
I'm quite concerned that she's getting so comfortable with being around dead bodies at this point. Okay, we've got 2 rooms off here. Just 2. Sanity check.
The door is locked. When you touch the doorknob, you get a heavy coating of dust all over the palm of your hand.
To be fair, that happens when I touch my knob.
You hear nothing of interest. Don't touch it. Don't touch. Don't touch. Maximilian armor from Germany, circa 1514. Very impressive. The armor of Anne de Montmorency, Constable of France, worn at the Battle of San Quentin in 1577. At £50 it was comparatively light. This was necessary since its occupant was 64 years old.
Fair. So... At 10:15, Tut was supposed to be... Ooh.
The card identifies the slab of black basalt as the Rosetta Stone. Hieroglyphs and letters from the English alphabet are clearly engraved on the stone. The Rosetta Stone was found by a French artillery officer. The Rosetta Stone... You notice that half of the Rosetta Stone seems to be missing from the card... The Rosetta...
Yep. Gimme. For the remainder of our alphabet... Okay. Birdie, lie down. A. Boot, B. Arm outstretched, C. Hand? Looks like a hand. D. You were right, double eagle feather. E. Slug? F. Oh, Jesus. It's a H. It's a freaking H. G. H. Single feather. I. J. Cup is K. Lying down lion. L. And owl. M. Wow. Oh, well, we've got a few of those to fix. Yoink. I did not get a capture of the original. Fine. Good. We know that's a H. We know that's a H. We know anything that was a previous C is now a H. Okay, so those were our big sins. In SA, lying down lion is L, is a black L. In silence, for owl is M from her nom 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 no womb womb QUI C K. Quicker. In silence from womb. Quicker. than grey hound. No, not greyhound. Yes, greyhound. I'm looking for the N symbol. It's not giving me an N. N is a worm. Open hand. D. Yeah, greyhounds. And lying down. Fleeter? No, whoops. Check that again. F L E E. Oh, Fleeter. Fuck. Than L-I Fleeter than light? Fleeter than light. L-E let me not be burnt. We were right with burnt. Let me. We were definitely doing this on hard mode. Not be console. That's a owl. Consumer. Let me. Have you tried the terse version? Have you tried reducing this down a bit? You know, the Twitter version. Perish. Let me perish. Nope, wrong one. As my mummy that's not an A, Kian. Lisp no. Ooh. L-I-E-S. Oh, as my mummy lies. Sorry. Didn't see the dot. Prostrate. I can hear people cringing. My Tom. Tomb. Okay. Oh. In silence from her womb. Quicker than greyhounds and fleeter than light. Let me not be burnt. Let me not be consumed. Let me not perish as my mummy lies prostrate in my tomb. Okay, first one down. Save. See if we can do this one in one go. Oh. Yeah, we don't want that. We want that. Oh. Okay. Text. Oh, we've got the same problem here as well, haven't we? Okay. Well, colour 2 needs to be black to start with, so we'll fix that. All of those aren't. That one was. Should have spotted it. That's an actual W. It's a H. That's definitely a W. Right, select some red. Let's do that. Okay, let's expand that out. I pay. H-A homage. To I pay homage to thee, ye kitty lords worm is of we E.T. eternity, yeah. R-A-S-T-R-O-N-G? Eternity. R-A-S. When you can't see a word. T-O-N-G. Rastrong. That's the right birdie, yep. That's the right hook, that's an S, that's an R, that's an O. That's a G. Proper noun? Rastrong? Is Ra strong. Ra strong. I lying down lion L in the wiggle in the wind. Birdie. A-S-T-H E. It's the correct translation. As the... I could turn the grid off. That would probably help. I had it on for a reason and I can't remember what it was. Well, there we go. Mildly easier. It's probably something I was doing for worky stuff. L. That pesky work getting in the way again. As the lake of fire. Fire. Yeah. Sun gods in the underworld. I like these wide glyphs. It takes more space on the screen. B. Whoop. Why have you decided you're drawing in black? Okay. How holds... Shut. Yeah. S-H, that was a H. Where am I? I'll check that one in a minute. Pointy moth mother C-R-E creating the gods. I pay homage to thee, ye lords of eternity. Ra strong is thy sail. In the wind as the lake, in the wind as the lake of fire, in the underworld, behold, shut, no, behold shoe, the mother, there we go, creating gods. I pay homage to thee, ye lords of eternity. Ra strong is thy sail. In the wind as the lake of fire in the underworld, behold Shu, the mother creating gods. Amon began his career during the Old Kingdom, functioning as a local deity for the city of Thebes. As political circumstances changed, Amon gradually became more powerful, acquiring new responsibilities as the followers of other gods were defeated by the Theban princes. For example, when Shu's followers were defeated, Amon took over Shu's life-giving functions and became the god of wind that began creation. During the Middle Kingdom, Amon was represented as a goose, and known as the Great Cackler who laid the cosmic egg. Except for the feathers, this goose image was eventually dropped. Climbing in popularity, Amon became known as Amon Ra, who wielded supreme power as the sun god, wearing the symbol of the solar disk. He gained the ability to sail over the heavens and underworld on his golden barge. Amon Ra was most popular from 1517 BC to 663 BC, known as the New Kingdom, when he held complete dominion over the vast Egyptian empire. He became known as the King of the Gods and Lord of the thrones of the world, the sources of all life in heaven, earth, and the underworld. As was true of previous sun gods, Amon Ra was also believed to be father of the pharaohs who ruled Egypt. These pharaohs built many temples to honour Amon Ra, who responded by leading them to military victories. Despite his cosmic presence and association with the pharaohs, Amon Ra was also popular among the humble citizens. The common people considered Amon Ra a loving father, who would protect them against the injustices of the strong. When Thebes was finally conquered by the Assyrians, Amon Ra fell with the kingdom, and all forms of sun worship disappeared. The Greeks, however, identified Amon Ra as their own Zeus. Okay. We do not have an entry for Shu. Which is interesting. Right. So, behold, we have solved our first two translations. And they don't tell us a lot, to be honest, but that's fine.
Ironically, there's a gold Ankh medallion.
We knew about the Ankh medallion, and we looked at the Ankh medallion. Come on, you'd like to change rooms. And fleece of them light, let me not be burnt, let me not be consumed, let me not perish as my mummy lies prostrate in my tomb.
This pyramid is a model of the base of the great...
We knew that. Can we have a look at it?
A close look at the pyramid shows you... A close look...
She really doesn't want to go between rooms, does she? Come on. Move, Laura.
The helmet on this Italian suit of armour, circa 1460, is interesting because it's a barboot which lacked protection for the lower part of the face. The barboot is sometimes called the barboot sallet because, like the 15th century sallet, it doesn't enclose the whole head, offering most of its protection to the top. Unlike the barboot, however, the sallet is often characterized by a reinforced forehead plate and an elongated pivoted nape defense. It is, however, difficult to differentiate between the barboot, the sallet, and the bassinet. The shallow barboot resembles the sallet, while the deep barboot resembles the bassinet.
Uh-huh.
Then again, who really cares?
Yeah.
The faceplate on the armor is slightly open, as if something is protruding from the inside of the dark helm.
Okay.
Dr. Carter's body has been indelicately crammed into the suit of armor. His filmy eyes gaze in mute shock. His head is bent at an unlikely angle, and the skin is puckered where the helmet's edges bite into the expanding flesh.
So Dr. Carter's been moved. From the Egyptian exhibit and stuffed in the body, in the armor body. Why?
Dr. Carter's body. It's Dr. Pippin Carter, famous dead archaeologist. Jeepers, Laura, not in front of witnesses.
Fair. Huh.
While it was fun to lock the door, you think better of it at this time, since it might annoy the museum's staff.
Okay. We're going to change screens now? One of these looks a little green. Ziggy.
Oh no! That doesn't look like a life mask. It's
Ziggy.
Ziggy's head! It's Ziggy!
It's yeah, we know it's Ziggy's head.
You reach out sadly towards Ziggy's severed head, then draw away. He's clearly beyond all help.
I mean, he is, but...
You reach... Oh no! Oh no! It's Ziggy!
I don't think we're learning anything. Okay.
What is going on in here?
I'd say you've got some explaining to do, young lady. Why are you screaming?
I found Mr. Ziggy's head.
I mean, the rest of him is 2 rooms away, and you didn't really care at that point.
Always finding the bodies, Miss Bow. I think we should be going back to my office and interrogating you now.
Here now, Wolf. The young lady just found a man's head. Give her a moment before you get out your thumb screws then.
Which room are we in?
Thank you, Mr. O'Reilly.
Don't thank me, lass. I'm not saying you didn't kill the man. I'm just trying to restrain Mr. Heimlich's enthusiasm for his job.
He's definitely enthusiastic.
I will get results. Let me talk to her privately.
Uh-huh.
Now I realize you're just trying to help, Wolf, but I think we can learn what we need from the lass without harming her.
She could lie and you'd never know it. You Americans are too soft on your criminals.
I just walked in and found his head, that's all.
And the body?
Well, Mr. Heimlich does have his point, lass. It's a wee bit curious that you keep showing up at the murder scenes before anyone else. How do you explain that, then?
I walk with my eyes open?
Just lucky, I guess.
Unlucky.
Well, you do seem a wee bit small to be sawing off a man's head, I'll say that much.
Oh, really?
Thanks.
This Fräulein could have had help. Or maybe she's very clever.
And how do you know it was
or
sawn
maybe you're
off?
trying to pin the murders on her, so you can find the murderer and save your job, eh?
My job is quite secure, Herr O'Reilly.
Oh, really now? A security chief who allows burglars to steal the exhibits, then overlooks several murders happening under his nose. I'd think twice about your security methods if I was running things here.
This is hardly the place to discuss my methods, Herr O'Reilly. We have a suspect to interrogate.
Correction. We have a murder scene to investigate. We can talk to the lass later when she's had a chance to calm down.
Thank you again, sir.
You're a sturdy one, I'll say that much for you. One scream and you've got your head together again, so to speak. Just don't try to leave the museum.
We can't if we want to.
I can't leave. I'm locked in.
Exactly.
Good. We won't have to worry about you then. All right, Wolf. We've got work to do. Let's go get the crime scene tools.
We have crime scene tools? Okay, we're going to save here, in amongst the heads. So let's... don't lose your head.